Professor Charles, concerning the award of as a best youth farmer here in Bawi, Germany.
Yes. Bawi.
Sure. What was the criteria? How come, or what made you stand out from the other farmers to become the best youth farmer here in Weja?
Okay. So as I was saying, I'm the best youth farmer currently in Weja Bawi 2020. Just ended 36 Farmers Award. It wasn't won just by a fluke. It was as a result of hard work and guidance from the extension officer that is being placed in my zone. His name is Thompson, Mr.
Okay,
Thompson.
Mr. Thompson.
He works at the assembly, Weja Bawi Assembly.
Channel. If today's your first time seeing me, my name is Charles Enchi. I'm a tax consultant and I'm passionate about farming. So here on my channel, I do talk about farming in Ghana. Today, we are here to talk about okra farming in Ghana. Specifically, I'm at Bawi, Germany, a town close on your way to Kaswa in the greater Accra region. So yeah, today I'm here to talk to the best youth farmer here in Bawi, Germany. He goes by the name Charles. Yes, my namesake. Today we are here to have a conversation with him on how he started the whole farming business, how he got into farming, how he started okra farming, and how come finally he got to win the award as a best youth farmer here in Germany. So yeah, join me as we get into the video. Mr. Charles, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Okay, my name is Charles. I'm a father of two. And I'm a farmer.
You're a farmer?
Yes.
Okay. So I wanted to know, how did this whole farming journey begin for you?
Okay. It started, I used to work with Vodafone. Then I was staying at Tema. So I moved to Accra here. So when I came, I worked with some agencies, marketing companies, BT and stuff. So upon moving to Weja here, that is German precise, I really thought of doing something different from what I was doing. That is the marketing job. So I just sat down and just realized that, let me go into farming and see the prospect that is in. So I started with the farming as a new venture in life.
So you had no idea about it?
Nothing.
So is it that someone told you, oh, try farming?
No, it's just that I started hearing of planting for food and jobs. So I was enthused about, hey, this thing, is it that they are going to give incentives? Is it that they are going to give support to the farmers? That's why they are making a lot of noise about it. So for here in Accra, I knew land acquisition would be a challenge, but I also told myself that, no, let me give it a try and see. I was looking at the remuneration that would come out of what I would be doing, because I'm a family man, so I needed to look around that things that would help me. So I started the farming, but I got the support and the idea from other videos that I used to watch on YouTube.
Okay.
The UTV presenter used to do some show. I've forgotten it, but he does interview with farmers. So upon seeing those things, I was enthused that let me go into it and see.
Okay, so what year was this around?
So I've been into farming 3 years.
3 years now?
Yes.
Okay, so you moved from Tema in 3 years?
Yeah, I've been 3 years in this area.
Okay. So when the farming there's animal farming, you can do coconuts, you can do anything. But why okra?
Yeah, as I said, the land acquisition was a challenge here, so I needed to do something that wouldn't affect me and affect anyone's land
Okay.
that I'll be acquiring. So I decided to go into cash crop.
Okay.
Because since that would be a quick turnaround for me if I should just take someone's land and do a farm on. So I entered into okra because that is the best cash crop plant that I know.
Okay.
So I started with the okra, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So because at least people start to, you want to do animal farm. Some people tend to do poultry, others tend to do rabbits. But you chose to do a cash crop, which is the okra.
Yes, please.
So when you were beginning, did you had knowledge about it from the
No,
onset?
I did not have knowledge, but I used to read on the internet. The day that I started, I had challenge with my plant growing because I had no idea about insects coming to infest them and stuff. So I just thought of just growing my farm, but I realized I had challenge with the plant because I had insect trying to destroy them and stuff. So upon seeing that, I started reading about what I was doing. Okay. So that was when I realized I need to do this about what I'm doing.
Okay, sure. So, like, can you take us from beginning? I have people who watch us, and they also want to start. You get some of the youth out there, but their main problem is, where are you going to get the land? Where are you going to get the land? I want to know, when you started the land acquisition, is it that you just went and just bought the land, or hired or leased the land or something, or how did you go about it?
Okay. So currently, where I'm farming in a town called German in Weja Bawe district.
Okay.
So there isn't a land for farming located anywhere. So all the lands that are there are for people. So what I did was I walked around and started looking for land that are not being developed,
Okay,
but
so
are being fenced, because I thought of animal as a challenge, because if the land is not being fenced, I can't farm on it because the animals will be coming to destroy it. So I went in for land that are being fenced and are not being developed. So I look for the owners, talk with them that I want to work on their lands, clear it. Anytime they are ready for their lands, I can release to them, but I'll be using it for farm.
Okay.
That's what I did.
Okay, so someone's land they've acquired that they are yet to build on.
Yeah.
That is fine. Then you just began your whole thing. So would you say when you started, was it capital intensive? Like how much do you?
Yeah, I started with a one plot that is 70 by 100.
Okay.
One plot. So it took me 300 Ghana cedis to start with my first farm, because I had to clear the land, I had to buy seed, I have to buy medicine. So with a budget around my first farming,
okay,
that is a 70 by 100 plot, one plot, I spent around 300 Ghana cedis in.
So in clearing, buying the seed,
yeah. The budget that after I had finished farming cost around it was 300 cedis for 70 by 100. That is one plot.
Yeah. So the person leads it to you? Or
no, as I said,
you had a relation?
Yeah, as I said, lands that are not being developed, mostly they are bushy. Okay. So when you go in for their owners, you talk to them that you want to clear their land frequently for them, and by so you'll be using it for farm. So once they understand that they want to lease for you, you have no problem of starting and just doing your work.
Sure. Because I'm just looking at those who want to start. Yeah. Probably based on the relation, you can get it free. At times,
I'm basically talking about this here in Accra. But if you are outside Accra, probably in Eastern and other regions, there are lands that are wide, vast for you to go in for. You can get them from chiefs, you can get them from herdsmen, you can get them from kingsmen and stuff. So once you get a land in a vast that you can work on, you should just go for it. Where you can get lands from outside, that is not a challenge as compared to Accra, because Accra, most of the lands are used, almost 90% of our lands are used for building. So the ones that are left are for other purposes, and the ones that are being reserved is what I'm talking about, the ones that are not developed, that you can go in for. Once you are in Accra, you can't just get a land that is there for farming.
Yes, sure, I get you. Thank you for that information. Okay. So now what I want to do, so you said around 300 cedis. Yeah. So the seeds, the okra seeds, like how much do they cost?
Yeah. The okra seed, we have local ones that are being sold on the local market, and that ones that are certified by other countries' importations, and the ones that are also being certified by the Ministry of Agri.
Okay. So let me cut you just. So from my conversation with Adepa, he was like, the seeds we have, like the okra, we have ones that like is being grown here in Ghana that people like is popularly known here, and we have other foreign ones too.
So that was what I was saying. We have certified one from other countries, then we have certified ones from our own Ministry of Agri, then we have local ones that are being sold. So if I can just elaborate more on what I just said. With the local ones, they are the ones that we the farmers we grow after planting and harvesting period is due for, because okra takes 2 months for maturity, then you can harvest on for 3 months if there's available of water. So after it has reached its maturity stage, peak, after harvesting and you are okay with the peak, you can leave some on the plant for it to dry after you pluck it. So I have some seeds left in the house. After we can just have a look at it. So with those ones, if I use the ones that I'm able to use for my land, the excess ones I can just box them or package them and sell to any local vendor who wants to sell okra seed to another farmer. Or I can lease it to any farmer who needs seeds to work with. So that's the local one. And with the certified one from the Ministry of Agri, they also pick the seeds from our local farmers, and it goes through test at their end. So with years, okra from a local farmer to another local farmer, the probability of growth is mostly around 80%. 80%, because they are not able to sort the bad ones out of the good ones, so they just sell to their friends, their fellow farmers directly. But with the certified from Agric, they sort it out.
So you only get the good ones.
Yeah, you get them. So 98% germination is assured when you buy from them.
Sure.
Yeah. So that is from the certified seeds from the Ministry of Agri. That's what you tend to get. You get the germination to be around 98 to 100. Because it has been it has been tested, it has been verified. Yeah. And with the importation ones, mostly comes in can. It comes in can. I know of Clemson spineless because those varieties, they are not being grown much in Ghana here because it has condition that it needs to meet. So the seeds are not being acquired by local farmers to local farmers. So it's being done, it's being sorted from elsewhere, like US and other.
So normally we don't normally grow those ones in Ghana.
We do, but it's limited. It's less here in Ghana. Mostly, it does well in greenhouse.
Sure.
Greenhouse tent farming because it has conditions that it needs to meet.
Okay, I get you. So in Ghana, which one do we mainly do? The local ones or the certified one from the Ministry of Agri?
With the local ones, as from the Ministry of Agri, we have they have the same name that we the farmers call it. It's the same name coming from them, the same name as we also call it.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have varieties here. You can talk of Angola, you can talk of Labadi Dwarf, you can talk of Blondie, Red Blondie, you can talk of we have almost like 8 local varieties, because when it comes to the ones we call Aigbe Nkrumah, we have 4 types.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the local parlance that we used to call it.
Okay.
It has strips of line around it and it's very slimy. So most of the chop people like that type because it's good for them.
Okay, but Aigbe one, is it because normally the voters normally use those ones?
Yeah, I think it would have been started from that place. That's why they gave it that name. So with it too, we have 4 types because it has variety when it comes to the lining. Because some the lines are big, others is very close to it. So we have 4 of the Aigbe type, and we have the Angola, which is mostly grown by people that use pumping machine around river banks because it has long length. It lasts long in shelf for the vendors, the retailers. They like it because it lasts long. Because when okra you harvest, it has to be able to last within 1 week in a vendor's stock.
Okay.
So if you don't have a good variety, within 2-3 days, it becomes tough. So with Angola, it has been tested that it's good when it comes to commercial purpose.
Okay.
Like
So that's what
selling.
most people normally use.
Juice, but grow and sell.
Okay. So the one you use on your farm is mostly the Angola one.
Angola, because that's what people are interested in.
Getting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they will go into details about the okra when you go to the farm and look at the farm video.
Okay.
But for now, this pictures you shared with me, I want us to have a discussion a bit around this.
Okay.
And take us through how this whole dream or this whole journey came about.
Okay.
So yeah, if you can start.
Okay.
Because I know you won recently the farmers day celebration.
Yeah.
The best youth farmer.
Yes.
Also, yes. So can you at least share how the
So as I said, I've been in farming for actively 3 years.
Okay.
Actively 3 years. But if I should say 3.5 years before I started.
Okay.
So 2019 best youth farmer comes from this town.
Okay.
She does, her name is Ajua Monica. She does a greenhouse farm. So I got in touch with the Ministry of Agric from the Wejabawe district. Then I introduced them to my friend Monica, who does the greenhouse farming. She's into pepper. So I think a year after, I saw a WhatsApp status that she is standing beside fridge and she's being congratulated by someone. I called her. Ajua, what's your status about? And in her local parlance, so they would diablo, who focus yes, who diablo. Let me see. And then, so she said she just won an award, but she never wanted to invite me. That's why she didn't tell me, because if she should tell me, then I need to be invited. So she wanted to go and just do whatever she should get and tell me. I said, okay. So upon hearing that, I wasn't envy about her achievement. I told myself, I need to step up and win this thing.
Sure.
The next year. Because I'm farming, my capacity as a farmer is far ahead of her in terms of size of land.
So how many acres do you have?
I'm doing 2 acres now.
2 acres, okay.
Yeah. But it's segmented. It's segmented.
What do you mean by segmented?
Because the land it's not in a hole. The 2 acre,
it's not like
yeah,
combined
it's
together.
not in a hole. So
Okay.
as I said earlier on, I work on undeveloped lands. So plot by plot, plot by plot.
Okay,
plot
I
by
get you.
plot.
So when you put all together, that's
It's
a
2 acre.
Okay.
Okay. So I took her words as a motivation, and I started working vigorously to achieve
That's
what
height.
I dream of.
Sure.
So I started working around the clock. Then before I was working on only one land,
Like one
plot of land. Before we had the conversation, I had a conversation with Monica that she has won the award. I was working on one land. From the very day we ended the conversation, the next day I started poaching for lands, and I got a lot of lands as a result of my hard work.
Sure.
So that ended me this achievement.
That's impressive. So when was the event held?
Yeah, it was held at the Ministry of Agric. They call the ITS. They call the place ITS at the assembly, Wejabawe Municipal Assembly.
Okay.
They have a venue called ITS. So if I can, this,
so you can,
yeah, this is my family. This is my wife and my 2 kids, and that's my uncle beside me.
Okay. Then
okay. So this was a group picture being taken by the awardees and the organizers and the officials and the kingsmen and the minister and the municipal chief executive. So in the middle we have the minister of former deputy minister of health Tinaile Mensah and the minister for Weja Bawe.
Okay.
And the MP for Weja Bawe. And we have the municipal chief executive. They call him Bablaja. That's the name I was just hearing.
Okay.
And at the far end here, that's the director of Agric for the Weja Bawe Assembly. Her name is Auntie Antoinette. And the awardees are in here.
So these are the other award winners.
Yes, and the kingsmen that were invited.
Okay. So on that night, which other awards were they giving out?
Okay.
Aside the best.
Yeah, the category was 7. So here are the category winners.
Okay.
So we have the overall best farmer for the Weja Bawe best municipal assembly here. We have the best extension officer whose client or whose farmer won the award.
Okay, so
for the overall best farmer.
So once the overall best farmer wins, the extension officer.
It's not automatic, but upon the criteria they took for selecting, I think he met it.
Okay.
But he got a step ahead of any other colleague because his farmer won the overall.
I get you.
Okay, so we have best fishery, best livestock, best youth farmer.
Yeah, that's you there.
Then best animal
farm.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. So they are all
best. We have best crop farmer. Overall best crop farmer. Yeah, in there.
That's nice.
So there were 7 nominations for the awards that was held at the event. Yeah.
That's nice. So this one is you and your family.
Yes, please.
But how old are your kids? Like
my boy is 4 years now, and my baby girl is 1.5 years. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
And that's my beautiful wife there.
Exactly. Yeah. Can you tell us her name? What's her name?
Her name is Rita Safo Ansa.
Oh, that's nice. You have a nice family.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So there's the cash prize or the award that was given.
Yeah, this is what the assembly awarded me with. Currently, I'm using the flat screen. I had changed my old 32-inch Samsung, and I'm using my 40-inch NASCO LED TV as a result of the hard work that I did. And nice. I was being awarded with knapsack, 2 knapsack, 4 shovels, one bag of tea roll, mosquito spray, an amount, cash
prize. Okay.
Yeah, and Wellington boots, and I have a cloth for my wife too.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
So
and a certificate
to show
for recognition as a farmer. I was being awarded with.
Oh, that's nice. That's impressive. Congratulations on your award.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So I think we are almost close to the first part of our interview. I just want for us to give us any advice you want to give the youth out there, those who are watching us, who probably, because normally we said unemployment is high. Most people are looking for other white collar jobs and other things to do. What advice would you give them as youth out there? You can look into the camera.
My advice to the youth out there is they shouldn't relax or wait for anyone to give them any opportunity. They should just move a step ahead, because what's happening now is if you don't fight for yourself, no one can fight for you. So trying to look for a job, you have to be creative. As I said, my mom is not a farmer, my dad is not a farmer, but now I'm farming. It's not just because there's no work that I've just ventured into farming. No, it's a work that I've done and I've been into, and I think it's good for any youth to also venture. So if you have the opportunity of getting a land elsewhere or somewhere in your town or where you'll be staying, you can start with something. If you think you can't just go into a big farm, start with something, a plot, an acre. You can start where you are. You can even start with a garden. That can boost you to do more. So with that, anything you start with, God will surely help you to achieve whatever you want to achieve. So just push, move on, and you have a blissful life in life.
Okay. So another one to you. So for those watching us who are interested in investing, if you have any words for them,
okay,
if you are interested in those who to come and invest in you, anything, you can just share it with my
viewers. So investors out there, we salute you all, because it's your help that we, the young ones that also want to do something, to be grateful that you support us. Okay. So I pray you see some of the good works of some of the youth such as us trying to do something but also need help. So we would like you, the investors, to help us to achieve our goals, because we have a vision of becoming the best the best overall farmers in this country. So we wish that you help us, push us to acquire land, invest in us, and also earn the accolade as you help us.
Okay, sir. So yeah, sure. So as you can see, we are on one of the acres of land that he has. He just planted the okra, and I think these are some few weeks, right?
Yeah, this is 1 month.
Okay.
Some is 1 month, some is 2 weeks.
Okay. So yeah, as I said, okra normally takes 2 months to mature. So yeah, in 2 months' time, we'll come and have a look at the farm and look at specifically what he does on his farm that makes him stand out the most here in Weja. Thank you for watching this video. If today is your first time, kindly click subscribe to this channel and put me on notification so you get regular updates as and when I drop new videos. Thank you for being with us. Catch you next in the subsequent videos. Bye.